Time to talk about this week's new comic book day releases. Alright, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And we're talking about what I read this week for New Comic Book Day. And it's not a super long list this week, so I got through everything pretty quickly. But I'm going to talk about some of the highlights and what I thought of everything this week. So first up, from Blaze Comics, I am still on Animal Castle. It is a masterpiece that I'm really loving every minute of it. I love the art in this. I love what is happening in here and what the animals are planning to overthrow President Silvio. It's just a fantastic story that I can't wait to continue reading. I know I saw something that they're making more of it right now. It is originally not an English language story, so it may be a while before we get the rest of that. But I believe that there's at least 5 issues for this round, so we got one more coming to us to wrap up this story. Next up, from Aftershock Comics, we have the last issue here of The Heathens. I thought this was overall well done. I love the idea of these historical characters that, you know, questionable ethical background of what they did in their life, coming together to take down morally, unambiguously bad people, such as the Ripper. And this took some twists and turns I did not expect, but I like how it ended, except the very, very end. I wish Captain She got a better ending than she did, but she kind of got what she asked for, so not great ending for her, but not really great ending for any of the characters, but appropriate endings, I think, for all of them. So overall, the story had a great ending, but the characters may not have ended up where they thought they wanted to be. But yeah, overall, great story from Colin Bunn, Heath Amodio co-writing this, and Sammy Cavella doing the art. Just well worth the read. If you haven't been reading it, go pick it up when it comes out in trade. A return series here from Black Caravan, the Scout Comics imprint. We have Broken Soul's Ballad, Hell is for Kids, and some of the children that we saw in the first 4 issues of Broken Soul's Ballad have been captured and are brought back to the institution where they were created, with the stated goal that they're going to protect the mother seemingly being someone else that they have been manipulating to create powers out of some sort of mental health condition that they have. Sounds like panic attacks is their thing, and really wanting to use these powers that they have for evil. And so these kids are just trying to be free and trying to get to a good mental place, and these people are not letting them do that, and they're trying to weaponize them. And the really cool overall concept really goes to some dark places, and this is one you definitely don't want to be missing from Black Caravan. Massimo Rossi is the writer on this, and I think Ludovica Serragati is the artist on this. I love this cover. I love the colors on it. Pops super nicely. But that's from Black Caravan, Scout Comics imprint. So moving into Image Comics, I have a couple here. Starting with Magic Order number 2, we have issue 6 for this. So that wraps up the second volume of Magic Order. Of course, we get a twist in this one. I think the twist in volume 1 was bigger than we had here, but there was a nice little twist. We thought the Magic Order was defeated, but we get a twist, so something's gonna happen. Don't want to spoil things, but it's good. It's well worth it. I liked it. And it says at the back we're going to have a Volume 3 in July. So looking forward to that. Next up from Image, we've got Newburn issue number 5. And Newburn finds himself in prison. So how is he going to get out of that when he is surrounded by people that he put them in prison, and he knows some things. So knowledge is power is the key in this issue, and he finds out something key that is going to help him get out of prison. So love this issue. I love this series. Chip Zdarsky, Jacob Phillips doing a great job on it, and I'm surprised crime series are not usually my thing, but this one is really got me intrigued. And the backup story here, I love the black and white art in this. Super fantastic. It reminds me actually of Francesca Fantini, the artist for Scout, but looks like it's Sue Lee actually that's doing the art in Spookorama, being the title of the backup story, written by Casey Gilly. But yeah, really loved that issue, the backup issue there, so I'm excited to continue following that story as well. Next up, we've got Radiant Black, issue number 13, starting year 2 of Radiant Black. And we got some interesting things going on. Nathan getting out of the hospital, Radiant Black maybe getting some sponsors. So some interesting things going on, and the end of this is very, very interesting. Some maybe questionable things happening at the end, questionable use of powers. So if you haven't been reading Radiant Black, I think at least worth the trade reads, because it is part of this superhero world that Image is building, Kyle Higgins kind of being at the head of that, and Rogue Sun being another part of that world. Ryan Parrott writing this story, and issue 2 came out this time, and I'm really enjoying this. We've got a hero that has to follow in the steps of a hero that had the same mantle but has no training, and so he gets thrust into these situations where his enemies are way more prepared for a fight than he is, and he's got his deadbeat dad's voice in his head telling him how to fight, and he does not want to hear his father. They did not get along, so it puts these situations out there that aren't great, but he's got to learn to work with his dad and maybe his half siblings that he maybe didn't know about really until the funeral of his dad, who was Rogue Sun. So there's a lot of family drama, but also some intriguing ideas behind him becoming a hero and figuring out who killed his dad and how to be a hero, how to be Rogue Sun. So issue 2 definitely held up just as well as issue 1 did. So I like that. I also love that this is in New Orleans. I mean, in this issue, the only thing really that I pull out from it is that the setting here in the cemeteries is definitely pretty authentic looking to the style that we have here in the big historical cemeteries. So first issue had I think it was a Walgreens that's pretty iconic on Canal Street here. So lots of good things, little Easter eggs for the city of New Orleans in it. Next up, we're going to Mad Cave Studios, and they didn't have the cover A for this. They didn't get it in yet. So here's cover B for the last session, number 4. I've been collecting these cover Bs anyways because I love the little character sheets. Pretty cool. But our adventure continues, and it's got some drama in the group that maybe leads to the group doing something pretty stupid. And because of that, maybe they're learning a little something about not discounting a certain member's ideas, and puts them into a situation. You can see the wrath of the DM here, of them, really not playing nicely, and the DM takes it out on them a little bit, and that I think is true to life there. So I love that. Next up, we got Marvel, and we have the last issue of Dark Ages here, issue number 6. I've really enjoyed this alternate world that Tom Taylor and Ivan Coelho have created, but I felt like this maybe could have gone longer. It seemed like it wrapped up too nicely at the end, too quickly. Felt like it was building up to something big, and they just diffused it too quickly. I don't know. It seemed like they didn't suffer. I mean, it sounds bad in this world where they've already suffered a lot and they've had some losses, but that to go through this fight and not lose anybody and actually get friends back that they thought they had lost, to me, that all of that I thought happened too quickly at the end, but overall I still really loved Dark Ages, this alternate world that Tom Taylor and Ivan Coelho created here. Just I felt like the ending was quick. So that's it for Dark Ages, though, is the last issue. So we'll see. Maybe they'll come back to that world at some point, because it is a pretty interesting world, and I would love to see more in it. Next up, we've got Iron Fist issue number 2, the second issue of Swordmaster Lin Lai being Iron Fist here, on the cover there, our titular character. And, having some trouble with maybe controlling the powers due to the bits of his sword that are stuck in his hands. Still hunting down pieces of the sword, trying to rebuild it to protect the world against the coming evil that it was keeping sealed. But maybe that's he needs to hurry up and get that sword fixed quicker than he is, because some things are coming and it's not looking good for him. But we do get a little bit of him training as Iron Fist, training to be able to use his powers better, strengthening himself, going through a little bit of a training montage. So that was pretty cool. I love that he is Iron Fist right now. This is pretty cool for the character. I like the character of Lin Lai, Swordmaster. Be interesting if he does rebuild his sword and maintains the powers of Iron Fist. What he could do with that would be really cool to see them explore. So that one's being written right now. Alyssa Wong, Michael... I don't know how to say that last name. YG, and Sean Chenard, the pencilers, and Michael also does inks with Victor Olazaba. Colors J. David Ramos. And last but not least, from Marvel, we've got Silk issue number 3 here. I got the cover A, and I did get the Carnage Forever variant here as well. Super cool. Both of them from Inhyuk Lee, doing some killer things with the covers. But again, this is the Silk miniseries 1 through 5 of that was phenomenal. I loved it. And now we have an ongoing Silk again. Emily Kim writing, Takeshi Miyazawa doing the art on this one. And Silk is fighting against this Korean witch. I believe it was Korean. Yeah. Like historical figure that fed on the power from religious figures that had a lot of followers and admirers, but now in the modern world, it's not the religious figures that she's attacking, it's social media influencers who have followers that she can feed off of. So it's pretty cool that they were able to take that concept and turn it to something modern like that, and I just love the character of Silk, so I'm really loving that one. Finally, I couldn't forget this, but I wanted to save it for last because there's a lot to show here. But Something is Killing the Children 21, it's back. It's been too long. It's been, I looked, apparently since September since we've had it, so about 6 months, which is insane. James Tynan, please don't leave us with that big of a gap again. I love that we got House of Slaughter in there, and that's going to continue, but definitely am happy to have this back. Issue 21 in the series. I got all the covers. There's the die-cut cover there, the bloody die-cut cover here. This one, I think Riccardi is the artist on this one. Federico Riccardi. It says it's the B !G variant. Don't know what that means exactly. The Dan Mora variant, 1 in 25. The Jenny Frison 1 in 50 variant here as well. And 2 more. I didn't expect my shop to get 100 copies of it, but they did. So I picked this up because it's too beautiful not to. There we go. I got a good angle where it's not getting too much glare. But this is the Delato variant, 1 in 100. It is a wraparound. This wraps around the side. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. I didn't think I was going to be able to get a Delato art of Something is Killing the Children, but there we are. And then last but not least, the bloody unlockable variant, 1 per store. All of the Jenny Frison covers here, just beautiful. And we're introduced back into the world with a new thing going on. We have a little girl who immediately is saying that she wants a lawyer, which I think is pretty funny, even though she's not the killer. And her whole family got killed. Her name's Gabby. She is going to be... she's in a bad place after seeing her whole family's dead. And there's something different about the monster this time. I'm not going to say anything else because that will spoil things, but the monster hits a little bit closer to a real murderer, a real person going on a slaughter. We'll say that. But the last page is beautiful. I'm so happy. Erica Slaughter is back. And we are going to see, hopefully, some monster hunting soon. And yeah, what they're going to do, from what I understand, is the House Slaughter, the Order of St. James, is not happy. St. George. Brain is blanking on the word James or George there. But not happy with Erica, and she's kind of on the lam. But how is she going to hunt down monsters while potentially being hunted herself? It's going to be a bumpy ride, I bet, but I am excited that it's back and monthly will be checking out Something is Killing the Children again. That's it for my pulls this week. I did actually get in the mail something cool. I got Happy Hill #1. Looks like I don't know why they both have the same barcode, but they're both Happy Hill #1. One of them maybe is the Kickstarter exclusive. One's the maybe the retailer version. I don't know. But here's Happy Hill #2 also. And these are from Comics Tribe. I backed this on Kickstarter. And I got these in the mail, so I am going to check that out next. I haven't gotten to read these, but I am all caught up on my weekly reading already. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you're new here, made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And drop a like on the video on your way out. Let me know in the comments what you picked up this week as well. And till next time, collect what you love.